Canada to set first ever cap on temporary residents. By BBC News, Toronto. Marc Miller, Canada's immigration minister, speaks during a news conference in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, on Thursday, February 29, 2024. Getty Images. Canada's immigration minister Marc Miller. Canada is planning to set limits on the number of temporary residents it lets in for the first time in its history. Immigration Minister Marc Miller said on Thursday that the number will be reduced over the next 3 years, with the first cap to be set in September. It will apply to international students, as well as foreign workers and asylum claimants. The minister has previously spoken about revising immigration targets due to an affordability and housing crisis. In his announcement, Mr. Miller said that Canada plans to reduce the number of temporary residents to 5% of the population, down from the current 6.2%. He added that the move is to ensure sustainable growth in the number of temporary residents coming into Canada. In recent years, Mr. Miller said Canada has seen a sharp increase of temporary residents admitted to the country. As of 2024, the minister said there are a total of 2.5 million temporary residents in Canada. This is up from nearly 1 million in 2021, according to figures by National Data Collection Agency Statistics Canada. The country relies heavily on temporary foreign workers to fill labor shortages, Mr. Miller noted, but said changes are needed to make the system more efficient. It also has international obligations to let in those who are fleeing war and political persecution. To be clear, these are important global commitments to Canadians, Mr. Miller said. At the same time, there should be an honest conversation about what the rise of international migration means for Canada as we plan ahead. As part of the new policy, officials said some Canadian businesses will have to reduce the number of temporary foreign workers they rely on by the 1st of May, and will have a shorter window to prove that these jobs could not be filled by a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. Two exceptions to the rule will be workers in the construction and healthcare sectors, both of which are facing labor shortages in Canada. These workers will be allowed to enter the country at current levels until at least the 31st of August.